What up, YouTube? Go Farm back for another video on this beautiful day, y'all. And we getting soil mix ready for spring gardening. Somebody saying right now, bro, it's too early. Shut up. Shut up. And watch this diabolical soil mix, y'all. All right, y'all, this is my mix now. I can't say nothing about nobody else's mix. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you how to mix it up, and I'm gonna explain each ingredient. Granular fertilizer. It does not matter what kind of organic granular fertilizer. They are all the same. Now, they might come in different NPK ratings. This is a 344. But if you double up on it, it'll be a 688, right? Right. It's all in the amounts that you use. All organic granular fertilizer is the same. 344, 556, whatever. Just get some granular fertilizer. This is as cheap as I could find, so I got it. Moving on. Organic alfalfa pellets. You want to add organic material to your soil, whether that's kitchen scraps, whatever. But you continuously building soil over time. I love putting this in my in-ground beds, but I also put it in my raised beds too. You're building soil over time, so you add more organic matter to it, more organic matter to your soil is simply spectacular. All right, moving on. Compost. Now, on my in-ground beds, all I use is one layer of compost, alfalfa pellets, and granular fertilizer. That's all I put in there. And during the growing season, periodically I put some fish emulsion down. That's it. That's all you need. And as you add this every year, your soil builds up to, you need less and less fertilizer each year. Now, I got some Ace potting soil because it was cheap. Bro, why you got it? It was cheap. Bro, are you putting potting soil in your raised bed? Yes, ma'am, or sir, depending on who said the question. In my raised beds, I'm gonna mix potting soil, compost, alfalfa pellets, and that. Why? Because raised beds are mostly the nutritional value of what you put in there. So I'm gonna put a little more in there. In grind, we're gonna do this again. In grind, compost, alfalfa pellets, granular fertilizer. That's it. That's it for the whole season. That's it. In raised beds, potting soil, compost, alfalfa pellets, that. And really, I could do without the granular fertilizer. I got a good deal on a 6-pound bag. I think $14. Really good deal. All right, let's mix it up, y'all. All right, let's start it off. And everything I got is the cheapest version that I could buy or whatever. And yes, it says potting soil, but I'm putting in raised bed. All right. Full 1 cubic foot of potting soil. I got compost, 1 cubic foot of compost. All right, this is my alfalfa pellet, and these are what my alfalfa pellets look like. That's them. On the bag it says organic of alfalfa pellet. That is my organic matter part of the mix. And you say, well, how much you put in? About that much? No. That much? No, I'm gonna put a little more. About that much. No, a little more. That much. Really, I just put it in to the mix look like what I think it should look like. Now, if your beds are newer, I'll put more. If your beds are more established with organic matter, maybe less. I just want the pellets to be visible in there. Feel like it's a little more. And I also have some vermiculite. Don't ask me why. Somebody gave it to me. I don't had it about 3 years. So I'm probably gonna put a little vermiculite in there, just because. Or probably not. I need to use it up, y'all. So let's put a little vermiculite in there. Vermiculite in there. I've never found a reason for me to use a whole bunch of vermiculite, but there you go. Maybe if you start your own seed, start a mix on the inside, good for it. But I've used it a couple times for that big bag. I haven't seen a difference in nothing I ever put it in. But there you go. That's that soil mix. Oh boy, I ought to sell this in a bag. That look good, y'all. Bro, let me see it up close. No problem, no problem. Wait a minute. Oh, you can't grow plants in that? You can't grow no plants. I'm just saying, before I put this diabolical soil mix on here, I'm gonna take out some of these wood chips. And I'm not gonna get it all, but you don't wanna add soil on top of wood chips. So I'm gonna scoop them out. Of course I'm not gonna get all of them. I got a flat shovel, and I'm just gonna scoop them out. And then I still got my broccoli roots in there, so it's kind of hard to slide across the top. But you're not gonna get all the wood chips. These wood chips are just about broken down anyway. All right, I got the top skimmed off. Get these wood chips, y'all. All right, so we got them skimmed off. Now let's put our mix on there. And the potting soil part of this is just to help fill the bed back up, because after every year, the soil level gonna go down. So this help fill the bed back up and put nutrition back in it. Because soil with no nutrition, you end up with plants with no nutrition in it. Good soil nutrition, good plant nutrition, good food nutrition. It all works together, y'all. Can't have one without the other. If you got ashy soil out here, those plants are, the food you get from those plants is not as nutritious. You put nutrition in the soil, that nutrition transfers to that plant and transfers to that fruit you get out there. It's just science to it. You can't tell me that with bad soil, when your plant's fruit, it's the same nutrition as somebody with good soil. I don't believe it. You can battle me in the comments if you want to. Go ahead and put it down in the comments. But I think most of y'all believe. So we're gonna spread that out to just the top layer. And there you go, y'all. I'm gonna put these chips back on there, and I'm gonna water in. All the chips going back in. And probably by the start of spring, all those wood chips will be broken down, and it'll add more life to the soil also. So let's put these back in there. Easy work. All right. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna get rid of some of these collard green plants. I currently have 6 to 8 bags, 2-gallon freezer bags full of collard greens. I got collard greens in other places, so I'm gonna get rid of these. Now, a lot of people believe that if you got plants that's still producing, you keep them plants there and get as much as you can. But what you run into, you end up planting other things very late because you babying and holding on to these plants if you got all the use you need out of them. So once my freezer is full, or we tired of eating something, I let that plant go and start getting ready for the next season. Whatever next, next thing to plant, next seed to drop, whatever next. I don't try to hold on, is what it is. The other thing about that, it throws off your seasons. I'm gonna start growing tomatoes and bell peppers inside in January. Now it's December. So all the things that I put on this soil, I wanted to start breaking down and feeding the soil before I plant it in there. Used to, I would put compost and soil down and immediately plant seeds in there, which I don't think that's a good idea. I think you got to give your soil time to rest, ease, blend together, and get ready for your seed. So that's what I'm doing. I currently have garlic planted in here. I'm just gonna put my mix on top of the garlic and we're gonna go from there. But I gotta get these old plants out. I got some old basil over here and I'm not pulling it out by the root. I'm only cutting it at the soil level and let all that nutrition that went down, that the roots were pulling up, once I cut it at the base, it returns all that nutrition back. I don't want to take no nutrition out this bed. So that's why I do that. Now, if you do it different, that don't mean you wrong. That just means we do gardening different. That's your garden, this is my garden. So everything is cut at the soil level. And we go from there, take out all the old tags, because we're gonna reuse them tags. All this old collard green, put it in the compost, and put it back on. Nothing goes to waste in the garden. And I know some people saying, man, I wish I had them collards. Man, they got their purpose. Once the purpose over, time to move on from the garden, in the garden. All right, we got all that out. Nothing but garlic. Oh, and these are my bills and stuff of that nature that I shredded up and put it in the garden. I'm gonna put it on top of that because by the time spring get here, it'll be gone. This paper breaks down really fast, y'all. It's already starting to break down. So I'm not worried about that. And I'm not worried about the garlic. The garlic gonna have to poke through. This probably just gonna be a garlic bed, y'all. But you never know. You gotta follow the channel to see what happened new. So same mix, but only thing different, I'm gonna put some of my organic fertilizer on the top. Bro, what's the best organic fertilizer? It's all the same. It's all the same. I go back with that other bed and put this organic fertilizer on top too. It really don't matter. If you put it under, on top, it's all gonna get through. How much fertilizer you put down, bro? That much. Exactly that much fertilizer. Now this bed is ready for whatever. This bed won't need fertilizer no more. I don't know what else this bed could use. This fertilizer mix or soil mix is diabolical, y'all. It got everything these plants need for successful growth, y'all. If these plants don't want to grow in this, they can die. They can die immediately. I'm just saying what I said. All right, even the beds that still got plants in them, we're gonna top it off. And we shouldn't have to put nothing else on it. We should be able to plant directly into this. Nothing else needed. It's all preparing for spring gardening. Spring gardening. I've already transitioned my mindset. I got enough broccoli. I got enough collard greens. Once I harvest my cabbage, I'm through with fall gardening. That's it. That's what I want from the fall garden. Once my freezer's full of this fall gardening stuff, it's time to pull it all out, y'all. And on to the next. There we go. This bed is done. I come back with my my little gardening rake and even everything out, or I won't. I'll know how I feel in the next 30 minutes. All right, before we get out of here, I want to double down and back up on something. This is evergreen compost and manure. This varies from state to state and where they get this stuff from. This is derived from composted pine fines, hardwood, chicken or cow manure, and that's it. That's compost. Now, you might say, well, you know, black cow or whatever is better than this. For the price, it better be. It better be better than this. But this works for me. I've been using this for a little while. It is what it is. When it comes to gardening stuff, the most expensive ain't always the best. Compost is compost is compost is compost. You hear me? All right, Ace potting soil. This is also the cheap potting soil. But understand, it says intended for container use. I don't care what it was intended for. I spent $4 for it, and I'm gonna use it how I want to use it. Understood? Okay, we all on the same page. Same thing with potting soil. They say some potting soils and container soils or raised bed mix is better than others, but you can add stuff to these to make these spectacular. Those alfalfa pellets I added to this potting soil and this compost kicks it up a notch. To me, it's better. My opinion. Any granular fertilizer you get that's organic, it's all the same. I don't care what they tell you, it's all the same. Get what you can afford, not what you see other people buy. Now, this besides the organic alfalfa pellets. You can put what you want to put in your soil, but if you watch my videos, I get plenty of food using the simple, basic tools, y'all. Simple, basic tools. I'm not telling you how to garden. I'm telling you what I'm doing, and what you want to do after that is strictly up to you. We're gonna move on.